Welcome to video 1.1. We're going to go over some fundamental stuff that'll help us all year long. Let's get right to it. Reciprocal, very important. So find the reciprocal of these numbers. So the reciprocal is just flipping the numerator with the denominator. If you don't see a denominator, you can always say divide by 1. So flip it, and that's going to become 1 over 2. 3 over 5, flip it, 5 over 3. 1, you don't see a denominator, make it be over 1, flip it, you still get 1 over 1, which is just 1. Negative 1/3, flip it. Don't forget there is a negative sign there, so you can write it as 3 over negative 1, and that's the same as negative 3. Okay, multiply. So now I'm multiplying two reciprocals, and whenever you do that, something very good happens. Cancel, 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 cancel. You get 1. So that's kind of why we care about reciprocals, is for that action. Distribute. Oh, most common mistake in all of algebra, distributing the negative. So here we go. Negative 2, arrow there, and arrow there. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Okay, percent's going to come up, so we need to know how to convert from percent to decimal, decimal to percent, etc. So convert 3.5% to a decimal. Two ways of doing it. Percent literally means per 100, so we could just divide by 100. So 3.5 divided by 100, you could use your calculator, and you would get 0.035. Another way of doing it, instead of dividing by 100, we could just move the decimal 2 places. So I could put some leading zeros here. So I could go 1, 2, and hopefully you can see 0.035, the same thing. Convert a decimal to percent, then we're going to multiply by 100. So 0.479 times 100. You could use your calculator, but an easier way to do, whenever you multiply by 100, you move the decimal place 2 places. So 1, 2, so 47.9%. Okay, example 6. Convert 3 over 25 to a decimal, use your calculator, and then convert that result to a percent. So if you do that with your calculator, you'll get 0.12, so just write it down. And then to convert that to a percent, you can just multiply that by 100. And move the decimal and you get 12%. Find 6.25% of $80 with your calculator. So when we do operations with percent, we always want to make it be a decimal. Okay, so let's make this be a decimal. So 6.25 over 100, you could use your calculator, or the way that I do it is I'm going to go 1, 2, so it's 0.0625. And then the word of means to multiply. So 0.0625 times 80, and if you work it out with your calculator, you'll get an even $5. Okay, example 8. I'm going to want you to do this without a calculator. Okay, so you're out, you're having dinner, the dinner bill is $60, and let's decide how to leave a tip. 10%, 5%, 15%, 20%. Hopefully you would never leave a 5%, but this, in conjunction with that, will help us get that. That's why I've got it there. So 10% tip. Again, let's make it be a decimal. 10 over 100, that's 1/10. All I want you to do is, whenever you multiply by 1/10, it's like dividing by 10, you just move the decimal place 1. So we're not going to do any of that action. All we're going to do is, I'll write $60. All we're going to do is move the decimal one place and end up with $6 all in your head. Now 5%, hopefully you know, is half of 10%. Well, what's half of 6 is 3. So I'll just say 1/2 of 6 equals $3. 15%, well 15 is 10 plus 5, so this is going to be 6 plus 3, which will be $9. 20%, well that's twice 10%, so twice 6, and that'll be $12. So even if you got like a really weird bill, hopefully you could just move the decimal point and do these operations for 10, 5, 15, 20% tip. Good life skill. All right, finally, round to the nearest penny and round to the nearest dollar. Okay, so for the nearest cent, hopefully you realize that that's going to be in that position right there. So I underline it, and then I go to the next place over and I arrow it. And if that arrow is 5 or above, then I bring that underlined digit up 1. So you are 5 or above. So I'm going to bring this underlined up. 5 will become 6. $27.46. Now we've got the nearest dollar. We don't care about coins and stuff. Let's just go the nearest dollar. So the nearest dollar is right there. And then I arrow to the digit right after it. That's 4. That's not 5 or above. So I just let that be. So it's just going to be an even $27. So there you have it. How to do just some basic fundamental math that'll help you in life and the rest of this course.